mind.
That works. Awesome. Go for it, Ellie.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
We got a whole stage. We shouldn't just like crowd in the corner.
Hi, everyone. We are the core CocoaPress team.
Hi.
I'm Ellie, founder and CEO of CocoaPress. This month is actually the 10-year anniversary of when I started working on CocoaPress as an engineering project in high school, my senior year of high school, and it's crazy to see how far it's come. I never would have imagined having an actual team, having shipped a ton of printers around the country, and I know some people have taken them to Europe. It's just wild, so thank you. And I guess Matt and River can introduce themselves. I just spoiled it.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Matt Stoltz. You guys have probably seen me around through the years. I am now head of community here at CocoaPress, although we all wear many hats when there's only really 3 of us, so everyone's in everything. But yeah, we have a lot of fun printing chocolate and getting you guys excited about printing chocolate, and we have some exciting news to share with you guys today. River.
I'm River. I work on chocolate production and stuff.
What's your official title?
Production specialist.
Mythical shipping goblin?
Mythical shipping goblin.
I do a lot of the shipping and stuff and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, if you are getting chocolate from us, River made it. So yeah, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of chocolate. So yeah,
I'm probably about to order a literal ton of chocolate soon.
We're one of the things that we're working on actively right now, you know, as kind of talking about where let's talk about where CocoaPress has kind of come. As you said, 10 years.
Can I give the 3-sentence version of the story?
Yeah,
okay.
Let's do this.
So, 3-sentence version of the story. I started 10 years ago this month, September of 2014. It was supposed to be a 1-semester project, turned into a full year, and then turned into my hobby. I got obsessed with 3D printing, so I ended up working at my school's additive manufacturing lab. I was at the University of Pennsylvania, and wanted to make a new printer. The big thing happened in 2017 when I showed it off at Maker Faire in New York, and that was the first time that people were like, hey, how can I buy this? How many have you made? How much does it cost? And I said, I finished this prototype 3 days ago, and you can't buy it. There's just one. But that
and we gave you a bunch of blue ribbons.
Yes, and I won 3 Editor's Choice Awards, potentially one from
I'm pretty sure
Matt,
I gave you one.
But Matt didn't sign it, so I don't know. Basically, that put the thought in my mind of, hey, there actually could be a market for this, because bakers and chocolate shops and other people were coming up to me because I was in the future of food section. So fast forward a little bit, it became my senior design capstone project at Penn. So I was working on it with 5 other mechanical engineers, and it was my engineering entrepreneurship project, so I was working with another business student. And so I started full-time when I graduated in 2019. And it's been 5.5 years since then, with a lot of ups and downs. Long story short, launched a printer, didn't do so hot, went to just making chocolate for a while, which was really helpful to become our own customer. I kind of looked at Prusa that way and was like, that's cool that they're using their printers so much. I should do that too. Sold thousands of chocolates, did holiday sales, corporate events, whatever it was. And then met the Voron team at a MRF, and we worked together on a new printer. So definitely thank you to a lot of Voron people who have helped. I often get a lot of credit for the machine, but there are so many people who have put in a little bit of work here and there, or a lot of work in Max, RCF's case. And we made CocoaPress 1, launched it last year. I was terrified and hit my I had a goal for how many I wanted to sell in the first 2 weeks, and hit that in 24 hours. Was unbelievable. So now here we are. That's kind of the story of getting here, and then today we're going to be announcing CocoaPress 2.
There you go. That was 3 sentences, right? You said 3 sentences? Yeah.
I talk a lot.
It's an interesting company to work for.
We have 20-minute meetings that are 2 hours.
Yes, yes. We book 20-minute meetings. They never last under 2 hours. Yeah. So, yes. So she kind of cut to the punchline there. The big exciting thing that we're here to share is CocoaPress 2. So do we want to just jump into that right away? Should we just ramble for a little while later, or just get right to it?
And then people should definitely ask questions at the end. So
I was going to say before we got into this, one of the things that we are working on right now also, I'm going to make you wait just a little bit longer, is on the Riverside, is we are upping our chocolate production. We are working very hard to make sure that we can supply all the chocolate that all of you that are going to buy CocoaPress 2, all of you that are going to buy CocoaPress 2, will need to have all your chocolate fix, because yes, once you start printing in chocolate, there's a lot of chocolate to print.
So much chocolate.
So Ellie.
Yeah?
What's up with CocoaPress 2? What's new? What's new with CocoaPress 2?
Should I go for the main three?
Let's start with what's going on with the electronics.
All right, so we are moving towards Clipper with all big tree tech stuff, and they sent me so many ducks, and I love all the ducks. I was like, hey Luke, can you send me ducks? And I said I wanted to throw them out because that would be fun. And Luke sent me about 150 ducks. So yay, big tree tech. They've been awesome to work with. Thank you, that was my bit I wanted to do for a year. And that's the big thing. So we now have chocolate printing working on Clipper, which was a big challenge with all of our temperature control and some weird stuff that we do.
So one thing that's to be very clear about our machine as opposed to a normal 3D printer, because a lot of people are just like, oh, it's the same kind of thing. No. We have two heaters in our extruder instead of a single heater, so we heat the body separately than the nozzle.
And all the chocolate for your print is heated at once.
Right.
So you generally have to wait a 20-minute preheat cycle to heat everything. And then what's nice is it doesn't matter what size nozzle you're printing with. Right. We have 0.8 and 1.6. There's no, limits on the flow rate because it's all heated already.
Right. But on top of that, I'm a little poppy there, sorry. On top of that, most 3D printers kind of care about temperature fluctuations in the couple degrees, 1 or 2 degrees. We have to modify our firmwares so that it cares in the 1/10 of a degree because chocolate is picky. So yeah, we are easily in an order of magnitude greater control. So moving over to Clipper was not necessarily the smallest feat, but we're excited to go on to a modern platform where we can kind of push the limits of this machine a lot more and see where we can take it.
Yeah, and it allows for a lot of cool things. One of the things I'm most excited about is...
Don't you do it.
Okay, I'm not excited about it. We now have a quick swappable extruder.
Yes, that's where we should go next.
Yeah, I'm excited about another part of it too.
Yes.
We have a quick swappable extruder that, oh yes, I have an extruder here. And we're using the Big Tree Tech Hermit Crab, which is awesome. And so there is one button to release the extruder, both mechanically and electrically. And so that's going to allow us, no, please don't, oh my goodness.
It's stainless steel on the inside.
That thing weighs multiple pounds. Also a fun design challenge in designing a printer. I just heard a duck squeak. Yeah, so the Hermit Crab allows us to do a whole bunch of stuff, including, if a part breaks or something, you can just go in and replace it pretty easily on the machine. Or if you want to heat it up separately, we also are going to have an external heater called CocoaBuddy. And so that's going to allow you to basically have another extruder waiting. It could be more of the same chocolate.
So we talked about that 20-minute heat up time. Now you can do that 20-minute heat up time on a secondary external heater and then just press a button and swap extruders, which means continuous printing over and over again, as well as being able to swap between different types of chocolate within a single print very, very quickly.
I'm pretty
Just like
excited
filament
about that.
swaps.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
What's next?
What's next?
My other favorite thing?
Yeah. We're saving the best for last. I knew she would talk about this for a long time. And the plan had been to have a presentation for it, but we ran out of time.
Yeah, so you'll just have to come by our booth and see the new machines, which we'll have up shortly. And I have no idea if this is being live streamed, but it is already live on the website as well. Basically, my favorite feature of this is our user interface. We spent a lot of time talking to chocolate shops and folks that don't know very much about 3D printing. You know, I think what's really cool about our product is to get more people into 3D printing and get 3D printing into more industries. I wanted something that was so simple to use that you did not need to have ever used a printer before. You know, you still have to spend a little bit of time on it to learn it, obviously. But it had to be simple so that it would look good in a chocolate shop. And I think that that also has benefits for consumers as well. Because if it's easier to use and you know how to use all the features, you can do it. So we have our press print UI, and it's based off of Clipper Screen, so it will be, you know, open source. And it is beautiful. I guess I can't walk through all the features, but can I talk about a couple of them?
Please do.
A couple that I really like are, because we're in Clipper now, we've been able to write whatever we want. And so we have the ability for people to adjust the presets and even add their own chocolate presets. A lot of people ask us how they can print with their own chocolate. And before I was like, I don't know, maybe you want a sticky note with like your temperatures or something. But now people will be able to just add their own presets right on the machine. And that's going to make it great, especially with Cocoa Buddy, being able to switch chocolates, have as many profiles as you want.
I think we can't underscore enough how much that is going to make it easier. You know, so a lot of customers ask us, can I print? Do I have to use your chocolates, or can I print my own chocolates? We highly recommend using our chocolates because we've optimized the chocolates that we're using for our machine.
And we need the sales.
Yeah.
I have to do the business side, you know?
Keep me employed. But on top of that, we did want to make it easier that if you did want to run your own chocolate, if you wanted to experiment with things, to be able to do that. And Clipper really gave us that opportunity because it is so customizable. And so we didn't want you to have to go in and start making those customizations, you know, by SSHing into your machine or anything like that. And so everything is very user accessible right on the UI. Yes,
you do not need Wi-Fi for any functionality on the machine, which is really nice because it will work.
Ellie has been very adamant, no Wi-Fi on the machine. And then we installed Clipper and got everything running, and then Ellie started accessing things over Wi-Fi, and she's like, this is so nice.
It is on Clipper, so people can definitely go in and use an Ethernet cable if they want, and Wi-Fi is just not going to be, I don't know, I like things without Wi-Fi because then they just work no matter where they are, no matter what your Wi-Fi is. Can I go back for a second and just talk about what electronics there are? Do you want to?
No, do it.
Okay, great.
I get the screens mixed up all the time.
That's fair. So we're going to have, for the electronics, like I said, all big tree tech stuff. We have the SKR Pico as the main board. It is small and does everything we need it to. We're able to use basically the bed heater ports for one of our extruder ports, extruder heaters, because we don't need a heated bed. Then that plugs into the BTT Pi 1.2, so we have a full Pi on board. We also have an SKSM, which is Big Tree Tech's new like auto shutdown thing. It gives it about 15 seconds of power once you hit the off switch, so the firmware won't get corrupted. It can do safe shutdowns even if you yank the cable.
Yeah, if you're running a Pi for anything, you might want to consider one of those as an external. Like I'm running Home Assistant at home on a Pi, and I want to get one of the SKSM boards so that my Home Assistant doesn't get corrupted if the power goes out.
Yeah, and I think they're like $15 on their
yeah.
store. I like them.
They're convenient.
What?
They're convenient.
Yeah, you get a lot of power from them. Like it can keep powering the screen and everything for about 20 seconds. Then we of course have the Hermit Crab, which is made up of the extruder side, the gantry side, the fixed side, and then the extruder side. It's great because, like we were talking about, you can just disconnect the extruder. It's really nice for storing it, for transporting it, anything, because that's the whole extruder. Cleaning it, even if chocolate gets in places you don't want chocolate to get, much easier to clean now.
Yeah.
And then the HDMI 5, so we have a 5-inch capacitive screen. It looks giant on the small printer, and it makes it easy to use. Bigger buttons, only the settings you need, and of course still the advanced settings so you can do weird things. But
I keep joking that the new machine has big screen energy because the screen looks really big.
It does have big screen energy.
Yeah.
It's very funny to see a machine half the size with 1.5 times the screen size as other ones. That's kind of the electronics. So we really put in a lot of stuff into it.
Yeah, and there's a couple things. Pre-orders are up now. So if you do want to get one, we turned everything live on the site right before we came out here. So pre-orders are live now. We do have a batch of our existing CocoaPress 1s. We are going to release upgrade kits. So if you buy a CocoaPress 1 at the show here, you will have the ability to upgrade your CocoaPress 1 to a CocoaPress 2. We've got all that figured out. We haven't released that upgrade as a pre-sale yet, but we will here shortly. And because it is kind of the last of our CocoaPress 1s, we are doing...
Discount?
What was that?
A special discount?
Yes, there's a discount. What kind of discount do we have, River?
River came up with this.
Yeah.
So the CocoaPress 1, it's out of date now. We're going to be selling them here with the chocolate and all, $999.
Yeah. So that's a full third off of our normal price of $14.99.
So please, I would love it to have people have the printers in their hand. Way better than having them sit in our space.
Do us a favor and don't make us put them back on the truck on Sunday. So.
Yeah. So if it was just out of your budget before, this is probably the lowest it's going to go for a very, very long time at the very least.
Yes.
Yeah, and the nice thing is with that price, if you were to buy a CocoaPress 1 now with that price, with the upgrade, it's almost undoubtedly, not for sure, but it's almost undoubtedly going to be cheaper than
it definitely will be.
Buying
the upgrade
a
kits
CocoaPress 2
will
straight
likely
out.
be about $250.
Yeah.
Because we have to replace all the electronics and stuff, but we want people to upgrade to this new thing because this is the platform we're going to keep using for a while.
Yeah.
I should also mention, we're not having a CocoaPress 3 next year. This is really our platform right now. So we are hoping to, we'll keep building off of it. There's a lot to do in software, but it's not like it's going to be, we're not doing a yearly cycle. I cannot handle that. I have not cleaned my bedroom in days.
Yeah, we really feel like this platform and moving over to Clipper gives us a lot of opportunity that, yes, the upgrades over the next couple years are going to come in software. And so we want you guys to have access to that. And so we are making sure that the CocoaPress upgrade kits are going to be very, very aggressively priced because we would prefer that everyone who has CocoaPress 1 just upgrades to a CocoaPress 2 because we really think that we'll be able to get a lot more for the user out of it.
It's also, so CocoaPress 2 is going to be the same price, $14.99. We are going to have a $300 discount for pre-orders. I don't know if we set exactly how long that will run for, but probably at least a few weeks. So that's kind of nice. That's $11.99. What else was I supposed to say? I'm really excited. Cocoa Buddy is going to be on the side. I honestly forget the pricing. It's on the website. I think there's a $100 discount for pre-orders, so I think it's $5.99 now.
And now we get to sleep.
And now we get to sleep?
Yeah. Yes. Because we've launched it. It's done. We've announced
We
it.
have a trade show to do.
You and your trade shows.
We just do bits all day in the office. Sorry for having a captive audience now.
Yeah.
But anyway,
we're really an improv troupe as a company, and so.
River, do you have any jokes?
And then.
Only really long ones.
That's true.
Don't believe a word River says. If you come to our booth, River is a force of chaos. So, does anybody have any questions?
Yes, that is what we are doing today. So thank you so much.
Yeah, we've got 10 minutes left. We nailed that because I wanted 10 minutes for questions.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're right on. Even without a presentation. What kind of chocolate do we have? River.
So right now we have milk, white, and dark. And we want to do in the future vegan chocolate. It's just very hard because we have to have totally separate equipment for that, of course, for it to be truly vegan.
We're also in the process of replacing our white chocolate.
And then hopefully at some point we'll have colorful chocolate as well. We'll be able to dye the white chocolate. And one of these days I want to do flavors
Can I hit
because
Nick with a duck?
I need a sea salt caramel chocolate so badly, so I'm going to do that at some point, just at least for myself, and then hopefully it works well enough that we can actually have that. That's also what we're hoping to do, is just get more chocolates out there.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
We are saying winter of this year. Well, winter.
Aiming
Winter.
for before Christmas, but we will see.
This coming winter.
We are already starting to.
No, here.
We are already.
This is my favorite. I need questions from someone over here.
We're starting to go into production on them already.
We've got one over there. And then I'm going to need questions from people over here. Oh.
So I'm just curious about the usage in professional settings. How many machines are out there that are being used by, chocolatiers or bakers or whoever? And what are the kind of use cases that you're seeing?
So we definitely do have chocolatiers and bakers and things using our machines, but honestly, the largest number of our customers right now are you all. It's the people that love printing in plastic and want another fun aspect of their 3D printing hobby. And so chocolate is delicious. One of the things that we like to say is we are the only 3D printer company that doesn't have failed prints. We just have unintended snacks.
Pre-success snacks.
Yes, because with a chocolate 3D printer, if you have a great print, you eat it. If you have a failed print, you eat it. The result is the same. So yes, 0 failed prints, just unintended
Just
snacks.
to touch on some other people who are using the machine, recently we've seen a lot of schools and school maker spaces starting to use them. I love that so much. It really feels like a full circle moment from 10 years ago to now. Because the only reason I did this is we were fortunate enough to have a MakerBot replicator, the wood one, in the lab. And so just to be able to get kids exposed to engineering and 3D printing, even in middle school, I think chocolate is really a great way of having kids connect both to their food if they're designing it and to, of course, the technology side as well.
Nothing motivates kids more than chocolate.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe 2 chocolates.
All right, we got a question over here.
Hi, so you said that people can use their own chocolates, but what are some other things that you've managed to print using the cocoa press? Like, I don't know, something exotic like cheese or plastic
Yes,
pellets?
so one of our customers has printed in cheese in our machine. And in fact, the machine that printed cheese is on loan in our booth right now. It's the swirly, fun textured one. And we're hoping, yeah, Amos is amazing. And we're hoping, again, with kind of the Clipper side of things, that, we will see more of that. I mean, let's also face it. We've got a 3D printer that has a hot swappable extruder on it now. What else could we possibly put on that? I don't know. Maybe a plastic extruder, right? Yeah. So we'll see where we go.
Okay.
My question is, so I'm at a university and our safety people are really concerned about the sterilization and cleanliness. So I was just curious, like, how, especially with the parts that potentially touch the chocolate, right?
My stainless steel comment. So everything that touches the chocolate is removable and can go inside of a dishwasher for cleaning and sterilization.
And specifically removable with no tools.
Yes.
So the chocolate touches exactly 4 pieces. 2 pieces are stainless steel. 1 is the silicone baking mat that it prints on, and the other is a plunger that pushes down. So all of it is no tools to remove it. That's all chocolate touches. It is cleaner than any other piece of chocolate equipment that we have.
Right. The plunger is a food-grade polyethylene, and again, it's dishwasher safe, and that is a user-replaceable part also. So,
I have cleaned the machine plenty of times. It's very cleanable.
yeah.
With the $9.99 kit that you're selling at the booth, is that print your own parts, or is that fully?
It is. It is a print-your-own-part kit. So no printed parts are included with our kits. We do sell them as an upgrade. But quite honestly, like, you'll see a couple like really pretty printers in our booth right now. We'd love to see what you guys come up with as far as the looks of it with the printed parts. And we have nice like build plates for like a Mark III, you know, kind of already set up. So
Yeah, we have G codes for
is there anyone
some
over
things.
here? Nick's over here, so I need questions over here.
Time for one or two more questions.
Yes. Nick's my neighbor, and I like to harass him. Nick lives 2 doors down from me.
Yeah.
Over here.
Oh, the middle of a row, too.
I have one more thing I forgot to say that I'll say at some point.
No.
Okay.
So, sounds like you have some small companies.
Closer to the mouth.
Oh, sorry. So, sounds like there's some small businesses that use it. What's the return on investment time? Do you know?
What's the what?
The return on investment on the machine? How long, basically?
I don't know that we've actually gotten any of that kind of numbers back from anyone yet, but I mean, there's at least one shop in Toronto that's ordered 3 of our machines already.
4?
4, yeah, because they just keep on expanding. It's going fast enough for them that they're able to pay off machines fairly quickly and want that additional capacity. So.
And then there's Dose Riot, who is right outside of Armour, so around Denver. They are opening up an in-person retail concept with our machines as well. And they, I believe, currently have 3 machines, but soon to be more, probably. I've just been chatting with them. They've been great beta testers on that professional side. One other thing that I forgot to say is that we are shipping to the US and Canada, and then later this year, we will also have the printers available in Europe, finally.
Yeah, Europe is coming.
And I actually, we have an auto-switching power supply now, so no more having to figure out the voltage.
Yeah.
It's great. There's actually a ton of very minor things that we did to make this so much easier to assemble, and just a little bit more foolproof, because if I can assemble it, I get to be the fool that tests it out,
All right, guys. It's a big show. There's a lot to see, so we really appreciate you guys taking the time to come and see us. Thank you very much. We will be back at the booth. If you've been by our booth, there has been orange cloths over some of the machines. Those orange cloths are coming on. Extruders are getting slapped on, and we are going to have CocoaPress 2s running in our booth the rest of the afternoon. So please come by and check it out.
Please check out the Press Print UI, because I love it, and I'm really hoping others love it. I feel like it is one of the nicest UIs I've seen for a consumer printer.
And come take ducks.
Thanks.